Hello, Raiders, and welcome to the start of the 2024-2025 school year. I am your principal, Mr. Brian Ryman, and I have the privilege to be the principal here at River Ridge Academy. This year, we have two new assistant principals with us, Miss Samantha Ford. She is our assistant principal for grades pre-K through 2. And Miss Casey Swafford. She is our assistant principal for grades 3 through 5. And returning back to us with us this year is Mr. Joe Skirtich. He is our assistant principal for grades 6 through 8. And I want to just take a little time with you in explaining a day in the life of a Raider. Unfortunately, we were not able to do our Get Ready Raiders events this year, but I think that this PowerPoint will be very helpful for the start of our school year. At River Ridge Academy, we do have a uniform policy. Students Monday through Thursday should be wearing the appropriate items that you see listed here with those directions. On Fridays, students are able to wear RRA spirit wear. These are spirit wear items that you can buy on your own out in the community or through our spirit wear stores. But you can wear a spirit wear top on Fridays. Morning care each day, if you so choose. We do have a morning care program that you have to sign up for. It starts at 7:30 and it runs until 8:15 a.m. and you drop off in the media center. Payments are due the first of every month, and typically you can sign up at Get Ready Raiders or open house nights. But in advance of that, you can call the front office and you can sign up through morning care that way. Morning car riders. If you are not utilizing the morning care option, again from 7:30 to 8:15 in the morning, you need to wait to enter the building until 8:15 a.m. Students are not permitted to be on campus and unsupervised before 8:15 a.m. So please make sure that you are waiting until then to drop off your students. The parking lot. The front parking lot is for special drop-off reasons. If you have school business, a teacher conference, if you need to bring items into the front office, or if you need special assistance getting your student out of the car, or it takes just longer than using the car rider line, you can park in that parking lot, but you have to get out of that vehicle with your student and walk them to the crosswalk where Mr. James is. So the parking lot is not a secondary drop-off line. We prefer that the vast majority of our students use the car rider line to drop off. It's the quickest, it's the most efficient for us. And just also know that the more people that park in the parking lot, the more that we have to stop the car rider line traffic to allow students to come back and forth and parents to come back and forth across across that crosswalk. So please know the fewer cars that we can have in the front parking lot, the more efficient that our car rider line will be. Be prepared. Have your students packed up and ready to go. It is very helpful that when it's your time to get out of the car during morning car rider line that you are ready, and we will get students out of cars starting at that fire hydrant all the way to the front entrance of the building. Morning bus riders. We will probably have students dropped off as early as 8 a.m., sometimes a little before that. Those students will be held in the cafeteria and they will be permitted to go to their homeroom classes at 8:15 a.m. The cafeteria. This year, breakfast and lunch is free for all students in Beaufort County. That is a very nice thing that we will have this year. Students still need to know their PIN codes, but they will have one free meal, one free breakfast, and one free lunch each day. If your student wants additional items like snacks and those things are provided, you still have an account. You can still load that account through PayPamps, but one free breakfast and one free lunch. Breakfast and all meals will be served in the cafeteria. If you are going to send your child in with a lunch, it's important that you write your child's name on their lunchbox. We have many lunch boxes that end up in the lost and found, and the more accurately we can label that, the better it will be to return those back to students who accidentally lose them. We realize that students may and have allergies, so we do have a peanut-free table at the lunchroom that's labeled with a sign. So if your student has a peanut allergy, they can sit there and they can have friends sit with them that agree not to bring in peanut types of items. If you, as a parent, want to come and eat lunch with your student, you can do that. You come into the front office, you can sign in, and you can go to the cafeteria and have lunch with your student. Fast food is not permitted to be dropped off in the front office for your student's lunch. If you forget your student and they forget their lunch, make sure that comes in a lunch box. But we don't allow fast food to be brought in and delivered to your student in the cafeteria. Absence notes. Handwritten notes are acceptable, or a fax from a doctor's office is accepted. If a student is absent multiple days to a medical condition, the doctor can fax a note with multiple dates for documentation purposes. This is very, very important. We need these absence notes within 3 days of an absence. Otherwise, it's going to just get coded as unexcused, and that can lead into situations with truancy and contact from our school social worker. So please be diligent with your absence notes and make sure that you contact us if your student is going to be absent from school. Students need to be in their classrooms by 8:45 a.m. each day, so they need to make sure that they are in the building and in their classrooms by 8:45 a.m. Technology. Annually, and as you know, Beaufort County School District is a one-to-one school district. Students below second grade have access to iPads, and students in second grade and above have HP laptops. All students in K-8 need to pay the annual $20 technology fee, and parents must also complete the Connect to Learn agreement form. You can do that online. We've sent out several communications about how to access and pay that technology fee, but it's important that we get those devices issued as quickly as possible, in case we would end up with more inclement weather this year and have to do things like e-learning or virtual learning days. So we will try to get those devices out as quickly as possible, but we have to have that Connect to Learn agreement form, and you have to have paid your $20 technology fee. There's also a new Beaufort County School District personal electronic device policy this year. All personal electronic devices and communication devices must be turned off and stored in a locker, pocket, purse, backpack, or other non-visible secure location from the school start time to the school end time. So this is going to be a new thing for us this year. We have had a cell phone policy in the past, and students were not permitted to use their devices during the day. But now we have a new district policy, and so for pre-K through 8th grade, this is our policy. So please make sure that you inform your student of it. We will also inform them of it, but we want to have 0 violations this year of the new personal electronic device policy. And so if they have those devices, they need to be turned off and they need to be put away. Dismissal. At 3:15 p.m., parents are no longer permitted to check out their students. That's a very important thing. At the end of the day, we are gearing up for dismissal. So from 3:15 to 3:40, that's our main focus. So please, if you do need to dismiss early, come to the front office, do that before 3:15 p.m. If you need to make any transportation changes, please send an email to rratransportation@beaufort.k12.sc.us, and that will allow us to notify the proper people so that we can do the proper things during dismissal. Students who participate in Beaufort County School District high school sports, please contact me, Mr. Ryman, so that we can make dismissal arrangements. Sometimes we have to make up and create special pickup arrangements so that the students can get to practice on times. Golf carts. This is an important part of dismissal this year. If you live in Hampton Lake or Baynard Park or live on Davis Road and you come to River Ridge on a golf cart and you're not using the traditional pickup line, we have been able to allow golf carts to park over by the softball diamond and pick up students and leave campus that way. But we've been running into some situations where golf carts are utilizing the River Ridge Academy campus sidewalks, and it's become a little bit of a safety concern where we're just worried about our students walking and biking and using those sidewalks. So from now on, golf carts, you need to use Raider Drive or River Ridge Drive when you are on our campus. Do not drive your golf carts down our sidewalks, as those the priority for those sidewalks is for students to walk and bike or scooter, whatever they may be doing. So please, golf carts, refrain from using our sidewalks on our campus. Thank you very much. Afternoon car rider line. Car tags are required for all students that are car riders. Parents without a car tag will need to park and enter the front office to provide identification so that we can release your student. An example with this would be if grandma comes one day and the car rider tag has not been given to grandma, and she'll probably see me out in the car rider line, and I'll have to let her know that she's going to have to park and go in the front office, and hopefully she's on that approved list of people that can pick up, and she would be able to get the students. But make sure that you have this River Ridge Academy issued car rider tag. In the past, we've used cell phones and things, and we've just had some problems with that, and it not working very well. So now you get a car rider tag, and if you need multiple copies, we will give them to you for free. But we are only using the car rider tags this year for scanning and dismissing students. Be patient within the first 2 weeks of school. If students are not picked up by 4:15 p.m., they will go to aftercare, and a charge will be issued for aftercare services. I do want to explain the car rider line a little bit here. These loading zones are the most important part. Everyone will come past me or Mr. Skirtich or sometimes Ms. Catanzaro and get scanned, but then when you come around and you enter into the loading zone, those loading zones are important. All the way up at the front of the building, we have our pre-K loading zone, and then in the purple where the curbs are painted purple, you'll see that's the K2 loading zone, and then where the curbs are painted white, that's the 3 through 5 loading zone. And then the blue zone is for students in 6th through 8th grade. So let's say you have multiple students in multiple ages and grades. So your students will always go to the zone of the youngest student. So let's say you had a 1st grader, you have a 5th grader, and you have an 8th grader. Well, all your students are going to meet up together in the purple zone so that we do a one-stop load, and that we're not stopping multiple times to pick up different age students in different zones. So that is how that works and operates. This loading zone is 2 lanes, and so if you need to, come around the corner there, bypass the blue zone, bypass the white zone, just stay out on the left-hand side, and then when you get to the purple zone, you can merge in, and then that way you'd be able to pick up your students. Afternoon bus rider. We do have some buses that will run double routes. Please be patient. I was looking over some of our bus routes just the other day, and I did see that we had one that's not going to pick up until about 4:42 each day. And so that is something that we are continually to work through. If you know anybody who wants to be a bus driver, please have them contact the transportation office at the district office, because we could always use more bus drivers. Aftercare is a program that we offer. It's from 3:45 to 5:45, and all students are picked up through the Media Center. It is a fee-based program, and you do have to sign up for it, but we do make sure that we have a snack provided. But aftercare consists of academic time, crafts, activities, some playground time. All school policies apply to students during aftercare. And if you need to sign up for aftercare, that's something you can also do in the front office, just like morning care signups. As always, we value our community partners at River Ridge Academy, and they make a lot of opportunities possible for our students. We sent out a packet earlier this summer, but if you are interested in becoming a River Ridge Academy community partner, you can contact myself or Ms. Catanzaro. There is a fee involving in becoming a community partner, but there's a lot of really great advertisement opportunities, from our fun run to social media shout outs, and then also those funds go a long way to providing increased educational opportunities for our students. In the past, we've been able to take students to Dallas for the World Championship Robotics Competition, and so it is a very nice thing to do. As always, looking for community members to volunteer and to chair volunteer committees. We will be reaching out throughout the year. The biggest thing that to do if you want to be a volunteer is you go through the district process to make sure that you are volunteer cleared, and then that way, as events come up at the school and we reach out for volunteers, you will be ready to go. Very excited about the start of the 2024-2025 school year. We still have not determined the exact date in which that will take place, but I'm sure it will be just right around the corner, and we will communicate that just as soon as we know. It is going to be a great, great year, and we are definitely excited and look forward to the start of our first day.